mean, I can't really give it a verdict. I'm not done with it, but it's very good. Has its flaws, but it's very good. It's worth the money, worth the play. Unless you don't care about story, I guess. Because that's the majority of it. I mean, it's the only way I would tell someone like don't buy this is if they just didn't like games with a lot of cutscenes. Like if they really just play games for gameplay, don't care much about story. Other than that, it's Netflix the video game. Like it's you're gonna enjoy it if you like stories and characters. How's it going, Radically? Should you play this or God of War Ragnarok? Probably God of War Ragnarok. I mean, if you're just asking what game is better overall, but that would really depend on what kind of games you like and what genres you like and a lot of other factors. But God of War Ragnarok's probably the better game, just because it's a very good game. I haven't actually played Ragnarok yet, but I just know it did really well. Oh, think of the gifted sub, Radically. Appreciate it. Welcome to the crew, man. Good to have you here. Yeah, well, it depends on what kind of game you like, you know? If you like Final Fantasy or Devil May Cry, play this first. If you like God of War or I don't know, Uncharted. I don't know. I don't know the best game to like compare to God of War. But if you're really into Final Fantasy or combo style action games like Devil May Cry, then play this first. Otherwise, play God of War first. How about that? Is that fair enough? All right, let's go. Oh, Torval missed him. What a crew. I love that. I love that we just had like a moment of like, hey, we're all together.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Oh, Clive.
Ute is a fine scout. If Candle
Way to ruin the moment.
She will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Hold on, I have to pet Doggo.
After it.
Right. Now we can go.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
I want to see Joshua fight. Okay. Gave him the business. I forgot to buy items. How do you... He just walked up to him, yeah. No fear. Hello, gentlemen. That did no damage to that bomb for some reason. What the? That was odd. That's right, Torgal, you tell him. Hello there. Oh! Was not expecting that. Oh my god, you see that dodge? Oh, that was so clutch. I just barely made it out with that jump. That was awesome. Is there anything over here? I'm just chilling for nothing. I don't see any drop frames on my end. Let me give it a second. Is anyone else having issues? Because I don't see anything. It might be on Twitch's side. Well, I know Zoo is having issues with his internet. Okay. Yeah, I think on my end we're good. I'll keep an eye on it though.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
We still don't know where he met her. It sounded like he was saying that Yote was the one that saved him from the rubble. But we don't know for sure.
Time to fight.
Fire and flame!
Today is Dump on Clive Day, apparently. That's who you get for being the main character. How's it going, Edward? I was waiting for the live stream. When the playing starts, there was a discontinued. The gameplay starts in the middle of what seems to be the mission to kill Bahamut, but the last video ends. Yeah, so the episodes are far behind the gameplay, or the stream. Usually with our Friday series... Oh wait, you're talking about the Twitch VODs? The last Twitch VOD should be... Oh, did you maybe skip over Friday afternoon? Because we played 15, or we played 16 after 13 on Friday. So you might have missed that. Or you just missed the beginning of today. But perhaps you skipped over the 13 one because you figured that was just 13, but after 13 we played like 4 hours of 16. So that might be what you're missing.
I do. Where are you off to now then?
How do?
Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Who's doing a roaring straight back in our clan? Right up into the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, we're trying luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Canberra next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in Ash? Do orcs even carry Gil?
I love how extensive his dialogue was. He's just random NPC. Also, I love these 3 abilities in this order. Sounds so cool. So yeah, it doesn't sound as good. So that doesn't sound as good either. But this... It's like perfect. Now I have to keep these 3 icons forever so I can keep doing that. He's fine. He'll be fine.
You're injured.
Sorry. He's just like dying with blood all over him. You're injured.
What happened here? Where are your comrades?
I think he knows.
Blood up ahead.
I think he's aware.
It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned. We lost one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go.
As he's dying, I'm just like, nah, I don't have the time.
Catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Kuka.
About that.
Rest well, soldier.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, because we were talking about other things.
You said the encampment.
Dion's alive? That's really interesting. I thought for sure he was dead. So I'm pretty excited that he's alive, because I friggin' love his character. And we get to potentially see more of him. I thought for sure he was dead. I just like 100% he was dead. That totally caught me off guard. Pretty cool.
Close. Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
I almost wish they had made that a surprise, but I guess we were kind of supposed to know that. From what I saw, I was like, oh, he's
Another
dead.
ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Boom. Chocobo. Super tanky.
It's over.
Oh my god, did you see Joshua? He just annihilated someone. Come on, Jill. Actually, I wonder if she couldn't kill him because he was the last one. No, because they do that all the time. I think her attack is just really weak.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
My leg.
Sound like an Akashic.
Wait. Oh.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
They're fine.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers.
I thought you couldn't feel your
They're
leg.
safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
That healed up quickly. A 100 ash.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
See ya.
Wait. That scar.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Fine if you insist.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Okay. I like how he said, if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Like, he knew he was gonna lose. I mean, granted, he could barely stand, but... So, I'm imagining now, we get to the very end of the game, and we're, like, about to kill Ultima, and then that guy just appears. Appears, like, from out of the corner, and he just, like, stabs me in the back. Finally! Revenge! Or like Ultima, we're like about to kill Ultima, and then he's like, wait. He like pulls off his mask and it's him. It was you the whole time? Hey, good to see you, Clefroth. Wait. Oh, I can travel now. Well, why? I thought the whole point, the whole reason we couldn't travel was because Gav was in trouble. He's still in trouble. We haven't gotten there yet. But I can just travel now. Well, I guess since I can travel now, I'll do this stuff first. How's it going, Killa? Yeah, good to see you, man.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us.
I think the actual, like, technical reason that we couldn't travel was because technically I could travel here and walk all the way here, and then we'd skip that little intro where they walked in and they were like, Joshua was like, well, 4 of us are back together, and then Clive was a jerk for no reason. So that's probably why. They probably just wanted to make sure we saw that scene, and now we can travel.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town guard is back.
Could be I know something more. What's it worth to you?
Oh, what are you doing, Goots?
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
Why is that guy so slimy?
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in 2 places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Come on, Goots, use your brain.
Question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
He's trying. He is. He cares about his Nan. I can see it, but I don't think I can actually get there without going around. Yo, yeah, think of the gifted sub, the tofu.
Sell swords in storm.
Gotta go all the way around.
The gentleman of the town guard is back. Mummy. What a mess.
It's good. It's very good.
Fought very bravely. The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it?
I knew it.
Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death
I knew it.
or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Boys.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Whoops. Who's carrying? No. Oh my god, I killed him and then Torgal just jumps in. I'll take care of this body.
Oh, you've done it now.
Hey, good to see you, Inner.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goods. Right now.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Lord!
Goose, are you all right?
He said blood.
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch!
She made fun of me in high school.
Everything that happened, it was all your fault. And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
So anyway.
Goots, you...
Oh, I thought she did
You
it.
want a piece of Nan? You'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Blood-curdling scream.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
We were just waiting for her to finish.
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was.
We just walked away.
It's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. It didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Yeah, she's pretty great. That was cool. Cool moment with Goots too. It's always nice when a character is likable before you see a scene like that, you know, like it didn't feel forced, like they're trying to push us to like Goots. We already liked Goots, and then we get to see him be a hero. That's like heartwarming. How's it going, Shinryu?
Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity there's so many who are happy to take advantage of it.
Where is this quest? Oh.
my lord Marquis.
Oh yeah, Rutherford.
It is you.
Rutherford!
Then you received my
Fetch
letter.
me my cutlass.
I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother
Rutherford is the name of your puppy? That's adorable. I love that.
The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
Alas.
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
Oh. They're far away. Okay.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy.
Act on the same path we were just down. Here, do you have some potions?
Are you looking for something in particular?
Yes, potions.
An excellent choice. Here you are. An excellent choice. My thanks. Here you are.
Wait. I forgot. You can do that.
An excellent choice.
I'll just stick with those. I could do like strength tonics just for fun.
My thanks.
Just because I have nothing else in that slot. Don't really want to use elixirs. That seems like a bit of overkill. Strength tonic could be fun.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Did what now? I think that went to plan.
Silence, go!
Can you stop? My shield. Although, like, my build hasn't really changed much, I'm still having a lot of fun with the combat.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but...
Which I'm kind of surprised by, because there's no, you know, I said before, like, this game doesn't have anything else other than cutscenes and combat, you know. It's not your typical Square Enix game with a bunch of mini games and distractions. It's really just the cutscenes and the combat, but the combat is deep enough. I don't even know if deep is the right word, but just it's fun. It's flashy. There's, you know, just enough mechanics at play to where I'm not sick of it yet.
Changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times.
There could be more.
I was sent here to observe the situation.
Like, so far, we really only have just guys healing and guys casting Protect and guys casting Bravery, which don't really change the battle too much.
One, perhaps two, but a whole regiment.
There's more that could probably be done to make the combat a bit more interesting, but
upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries,
I'm definitely not bored, you know.
His men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Wow.
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
But, yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like there's more. Like, I think the Protect thing is a good start, but I'd like to see a bit more happen with the combat. Hey, look, they're both here. Maybe like enemies that are immune to physical damage and you have to do magic, or vice versa, or just enemies that have like a ton of magic resist and you have to like combo them more.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital.
Just something to switch stuff up a bit, because even though there's the cure thing and the protect thing, the way that I approach battles isn't really changed. I wait for my abilities to come up and then I use my abilities. You know what I mean? Like, that's really the extent of every fight. Every fight is learn the attacks, dodge them, use your abilities. There's not enough unique enemy mechanics to where I need to be like, oh, I can't use this ability, or I have to wait to use this ability, or, you know, etc. It's just wait for the abilities to be up, use them. Now enemies have protect. Okay, I still wait for my abilities to be up and then use them. You know what I mean? There used to be a bit more like, oh, I can't use Phoenix abilities against this guy, or I can't use AoE abilities against this guy, or abilities that hit a lot don't work well on this guy, or, you know, just like something to change up what I'm allowed to use and what's effective and what's not effective. Honestly, if enemies had elements, that sure would have gone a long way. Like the more I play, the more I wonder why elements aren't a thing. And honestly, I think it's just because they didn't have time. Given what I've seen about the game and how I feel like certain parts of it were rushed or just unfinished, I think it's safe to say that they wanted to put elements in the game and just couldn't, because I feel like they'd work so well. Like if you went up to an enemy that was like immune against wind and you couldn't use Garuda abilities, like then you'd be punished for using Garuda abilities too often, or you'd be rewarded for not using Garuda abilities. You know, having certain abilities mastered so you can have, like right now I have 4 elements instead of 3 because I mastered Judgment Bolt. So that would be a benefit that I have 4 abilities or 4 different elements at my side. But that doesn't matter because there are no elements. So it really feels like they wanted to have elements be a thing and they just ran out of time, because that would help so much in the battles. Like imagine if some of the mages cast like null fire and then you couldn't use fire on that enemy. Like that would be a really good way to switch up the combat and reward you for using different abilities. That's just a shame. Instead, like I said, all we have is protect, and protect is cool because you can't just walk up and mash square, but at the same time, the way that you approach battles doesn't change at all. You're still just using your abilities. So there needs to be a bit more.
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
Then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria.
Did he say Ron Weasley?
A long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
Hello, gentlemen.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
That was too far away, I think. Ow. Oh, the parry. It needs so long to do that. Oh my god, did you see that attack Joshua did? Holy cow. Also, that was a brutal sound.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
Nice hat. Wait, give me that hat. Can I have that hat?
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
I will survive.
The garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me.
Dang inflation.
It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bistolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
Man, everyone has Stoluses. I thought we were special.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I tried out Ever Crisis this weekend. I don't really know what to say about it yet. I only played a little bit, but it's just a mobile game. Like, it's... If you're into mobile games and you want to play a mobile game that's Final Fantasy VII themed, it seems pretty good. If you're like excited that it might be the Final Fantasy VII remake that you've always wanted, you're gonna be very disappointed. Because it's just a mobile game. And I feel kind of annoyed that they touted it as another chance for a remake. It's just a mobile game. Like, that's 100% just a marketing ploy to make anyone that doesn't play mobile games but likes Final Fantasy VII and perhaps didn't like the remake to give it a shot, because it is most definitely not a remake. It is just a mobile game. The one thing that is kind of interesting about it is it seems to have a different translation, but also, like, they changed a lot of the text. It is not just Final Fantasy VII text, you know, it's everything's changed, but some of the lines feel like they're the original lines, but maybe translated a bit different. So that could be cool if they actually followed the original script, but they don't. So it's not really cool.
Blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Like, if they had taken the original game word for word and just retranslated it to be more of a modern translation and a better translation, then it could be worth the playthrough just to hear a second translation of the original script. But it's totally different. All the events are different. Characters say stuff they didn't say in the original. It's just another take on Final Fantasy VII, you know, but as a mobile game. And they, you know, in all their trailers for it, they're like, oh, it's another chance at a remake, kind of like telling everyone, hey, it's the turn-based remake you all wanted. It's not. It's not turn-based. It's a mobile game. It's as much turn-based as Final Fantasy XIII is turn-based. An ATB bar fills up, and when it's full enough, you can use an ability. It's not turn-based by any stretch of the imagination. So, I think it was a bit of a unfortunate
This must be our wyvern.
I don't know if... I mean, they didn't lie about it, but...
Let's try.
I think they're definitely taking advantage a bit of people that might not be well-versed in Square Enix mobile games. Make them think it's something that it's not. But other than that, it is at least a fun mobile game from what I've played so far. It seems well made. Yeah, you know, I've always found that kind of funny. I mean, this game is way different, but the original Final Fantasy VII is ATB. It's not turn-based unless you set the game to wait. So I do find it funny that so many people are like up in arms about the remake not being turn-based when the original kind of also wasn't turn-based. No, the mobile game is not. It's like everyone just... It's like 13, where there's multiple ATB bars, and as they fill, you have different abilities you can use that cost a certain amount of ATB bars. Does that make sense? Like I said, it's basically Final Fantasy 13. Like, other than the fact that you don't put multiple attacks in one bar, you just press one button that costs a certain amount of bars. But yeah, it's not the same as, you know, what people are saying is turn-based or actual turn-based. But yeah, it is funny, like... Final Fantasy hasn't been truly turn-based since, like, Final Fantasy III. But when people say turn-based, that's what they mean, is ATB. Hey, with the exception of 10. Because 10 is actually truly turn-based. It's one of the reasons why 10 works so well. But, you know, like, it's not an RPG on your phone, as they lead you to believe. It is a mobile game, like, where you just push a button. But it's pretty fun. Like, they made it fun. They made it work. Like you would imagine a RPG would be on your phone, like a Square Enix RPG would be on the phone. Ooh. What this? Another thing I can't equip. Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem too bad with transactions either. I haven't really gotten far enough to see. Can I fall here? Oh, I can. But I think the transactions are just like wedding dresses.
I think that's everything
so
Molly
forth.
needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
But it's definitely not, you know, something, because I know a lot of people are asking me about it because they were like, are you going to cover it? Is it Final Fantasy VII canon? Is it, you know, going to change the story or anything? No. You know how little this game cares about the canon? When the game starts, it says a new possibility for a remake. So the idea is like, instead of the Final Fantasy VII remake, here is the OG Final Fantasy compilation, but remade in a way where like all the story is together, right? That was like the idea behind it. The first thing you see when you start the game is the opening from the remake. They play the entire opening from the remake to where Cloud jumps off the train, and then it usually like zooms behind him, and then you start controlling him, and instead it just fades out, and then you play the first mission. So the whole idea is like, instead of the remake, which is its own canon, we're gonna stick to the original canon, and then it plays the opening from the remake. It's like, what? So they really don't care. Like, they're really just trying to make it flashy and cool and mobile gamey. It's not supposed to be the official lore of the series or something. Like, it's just a mobile game. It's just hey, you like Final Fantasy VII? Here's a mobile game. You know. But I wish Square was more, I don't know, because like you have like the Kingdom Hearts mobile games, which are like extremely important to the story of Kingdom Hearts. And then you have games like this where they're not. So I wish it was more obvious. Like, they treat all their mobile games like they're super important, but then you play them and most of the time they're not. Only in Kingdom Hearts was it actually super important. So, I don't know. I wish they either did one or the other. Like, I wish they either made their mobile games important to the canon of their stories, which I wish they didn't do that, or they didn't. One or the other, not both, because then they can do stuff like this where they're like, oh, if you like Final Fantasy VII, you're gonna want to play Ever Crisis, and then you play it and it's just regurgitating everything we already know and throwing in scenes that make no sense, you know. So, but yeah.
I see you're still here.
The rest's location affords a
It's
constant
super
flow
deep.
of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Smooth like Butler. Nice. But yeah, with my limited time with it, I did enjoy it. It's a fun, just press buttons mobile game. And if, you know, it's always fun to see old Final Fantasy VII scenes again. And I'm curious to see if there are any more, like, scenes that feel like they're from the original, but translated a bit closer to what the original wanted. That's interesting. Because, like, I already saw one scene where I felt like it was more of a correct translation than the original. So that's interesting to see. But
seems the hideaway's lost its appetite. So,
other than that, yeah, I wouldn't worry yourself with it if you're not into mobile games.
He was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
You go, rude lady.
Will I be cooking up, or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
I hope she tastes it, and it's gross. What is it with Square Enix and food, by the way?
Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
I wanted her to taste it.
So, is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Those chicken tendies. And he's dead again.
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish.
Like I'm on MasterChef.
A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavor and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Yeah, I don't care. The world's dying. I'm telling you, it's going to be the ultimate Square Enix prank if these items don't do anything. I have 1,500 Ash and 1,600 Sharp Fang. And it's not just because I'm like doing a bunch of old stuff or killing a bunch of old monsters. These are legitimately the rewards I get for every side quest. They're telling me that these are important. Imagine if they just legitimately are never used. I would laugh so hard. The ultimate prank.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots.
Aww.
And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
A classic. I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die.
Did you see the pair that got pulled into time?
Oh, well, those side quests went pretty fast, I think. Ooh, ah. All right. Back to Ye Quest.